Well, here's the second video of my favorite demons in the game, this time focusing more on medium demons. Now I don't need to go ahead and ramble the same things that I have said in the last video. All you just need to know is that there are this many medium demons as of this intro, and only 12 of them are considered to be my favorites. I explained as to why this level interests me so much, so it's easy for me to talk about the level. I'll be doing this for all the demon difficulties, with the voiceover, blah 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 blah, you get the idea. Now I'd just like to go ahead and put out the disclaimer again in case you guys may forget, this is all my opinion. You do not need to go ahead and agree with me, nor come after my own film because you disagree with one thing. It is okay to share your own opinion, so do share what are your favorite medium demons in the game in the comments down below. With that aside, it's time for this video to decide. This is my 12 favorite medium demons in the game. And again, like with the easy demon videos, I do consider all 12 of these levels to be my favorite, so yeah. Okay, so it was either between this and Bureau that I considered taking number 12 spot, and I wasn't really sure on this one, but by the end of it, I ultimately decided on this level. I just find this level to be a lot more charming in a way. It makes use of the random triggers so incredibly well. RNG hole, RNG wheel, RNG order of parts, RNG references. Considering that this level's theme is casino, it just fits the vibe so incredibly well. I really like how the random triggers was used in these scenarios, and you see, folks, this is how you should do RNG gameplay. Have it be that the parts are revealed first, and that the player should know what to expect. That is good gameplay RNG. Also, not to mention, the coins in this level are honestly very creative. I'd say around the same realm as Next Cap Soon good, but it edges it out by quite the margin. The coins often have you commit several war crimes, have this arm statue pot a ball, and also play blackjack. Oh, but I don't want to learn to get the coins. I hate having to learn the coins. My friend.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
You don't need to get the coins to, well, get the coins. You can just gamble away and get the coins that way. No extra learning needed. All you just need to do is just get these tokens that you see in the level, and then, well, you get to gamble. Just make sure you don't die with it. But yeah, Casino Blitz, one of the greatest examples of RNG done right in a GD level. Learn from this level if you want to make good RNG gameplay, damn it. This one is quite the odd one, to be honest with you, but it's also the intriguing and fun one as well. Night Palace has a lot of semi-sync parts in this level, and those parts flow really well with the song. It's also not too complicated either, as there really isn't all that much in terms of the deco department and camera controls. So the gameplay isn't all too much overbearing, in which 2x2 standards, this is definitely decoration I can appreciate. Every now and then there needs to be some form of just simplicity in a level, and this level is really just that, simple. And compared to the other stuff that we normally have at the 2x2 level, it's quite charming, if I'm being honest with you. I really recommend you go for this one. Now to some people, this is indeed a level in which its visuals are quite much, but I personally think Neozen is this unironically so cool. It really just shook me the first time I saw this level. And yes, I did ask the question of, is this even Geometry Dash anymore? In my head, of course. Now, I do think this level is quite the wacky one in terms of gameplay. I mean, even the creators themselves said it, but the gameplay itself is actually not all that bad. You just need to get used to it. The decoration in this level, I really don't think it needs explaining. It's so fucking good. It's quite the visual marvel, if I'm being honest with you. But it's so well crafted. The ballpoint in particular very much reminded me of Mario Galaxy for a moment there, where the platforms just come to you the moment you are near them. And honestly, that is genuinely one of the best ways you can implement something like that in a GD level. The gameplay part of this level is also pretty cool, but again, with the gameplay, confusing at first. But it is something that you'll need to get used to when playing it or practicing it, like, constantly. Overall though, this is a level that has impressed me incredibly well. I really like this level. Although I do understand why others wouldn't like it. this one is possibly the only charity level that you'll see in these videos. I mean, I've already established my thoughts on this one, but let's say that you don't know. I didn't like this level at first, because some parts of the gameplay just felt a bit stupid and blind. At the same time though, this was when I was playing single monitor laptop use. By that point, I already understood that playing on my main laptop hinders my performance in GD, and yet I still played single monitor use at some fucking point while trying to play the super hot dog. What I said in this video still holds true, by the way. I think the gameplay is quite unbalanced at some parts, but I still enjoyed it a bit. The decoration is really what sold it for me though. I love the outside nature atmosphere in this level, but it really just blends well together. I'd say 9th in this list is pretty good for a level like this one, especially for a charity level. I mean, I know people really do not like charity levels, but I'm quite different. There's some that I do like, some that I don't like. Upscore is definitely one of them, and it is quite the atmospheric level with gameplay that's pretty similar once you get it down in a practice run, but it's still pretty whack regardless. I don't know what Melts was thinking with the gameplay. All because I saw this in a cool GD transition post on Twitter. I was just bored when I saw the transition, and I was like, damn, I want to play that. And I did. And I thought this level was pretty cool. I mean, I have already said it that space-themed levels really suit my fancy, and well, here's another one. The gameplay in this one is quite learny, if I'm being honest with you. Especially at the 4x speed point, where it's like, you really need to think about where to click, and also, everything just throwing around you in the face and all that stuff. Thankfully, after the faster paced parts, it does get easier, in which I really appreciate it after going through a hard part, because, again, Jesus Christ, the 4x speed parts. Oh my god. I'd say Into Cyberspace is a pretty solid level. It definitely is the underdog of this list, and it's definitely one I also recommend. Well, only if you like linear levels. I don't know what to tell you if you don't. I genuinely couldn't tell you a good reason as to why this is as high as it is. F is quite literally the most level of all time level. I guess what really sold it for me is just the pure concept of the level. You don't like it when swears occur in your GD levels? Well, f*** you. Here's a f***ing song that has a constant F-bomb all the f***ing time, and it is used in a f***ing GD level. It could have been a land, but oh fuck no. N-Level decided that he wanted the fucking thing decorated, and thanks to Josh Watt, aka N-Woke, there's a fucking medium demon that can never be attempted ever fucking again. Okay, but seriously, the pure concept of F is the reason as to why I just like it so much. And the lore itself is really good too. The gameplay is quite fun, and the decoration, while basic for the most part, it really works well with the vibe that the level goes for. I'd argue this is definitely one of N-Level's best works still.
To love, be loved, to reach out, be touched.
If I had a nickel every time I was interested in playing the GD level, all because I saw a post about it on Twitter, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Say It Back is quite the visual marvel. Now, I'm noticing that I'm saying this a lot, but here it definitely feels the most apparent. The effects in this level are unlike any other effect that you'd normally see in a GD level. It genuinely is so crazy good. Each transition from one part to another is complemented by an effect, and it goes over the top quite a lot. This is just me saying this visually, because gameplay-wise, here we go again with the linear levels. But instead of it being like, you know, fast-paced and knowing when to click, it's just a matter of knowing when to click. Especially in the robot part, where the air indicators tell you how much you need to hold when jumping. Sometimes it's either one click, other times it's mostly holding. The gameplay in this case scenario, yeah, it's hard, but at the same time, not really all that intimidating. Again, you just gotta practice it. I'd say Say It Back is quite the heavy effect level that complements quite the learning gameplay. It's very cool on a visual aspect, and learning it can be fun. Like I said, it may seem intimidating, but truthfully, you just need to get used to it. Yeah, this placement is 100% nostalgia purposes. I really like Acid Rush 2 a lot. At the time, I thought this is one of the cooler 2.1 levels out there, and while I do think that's still somewhat, I also think there are better levels out there, especially in the Celeste, where this is placed 5th out of the 12 levels that are here. What makes me really like Acid Rush 2 a lot is its gameplay. Now, back then, I'm pretty sure it really wasn't that much special, but looking at it now, I'd argue this is one of the best levels in this list in terms of the gameplay. The decoration in this level continues to follow the Acid theme. It is part of a trilogy after all, and for an Acid theme level, I think this one nailed the mark. It follows the same suit as like Scrap, where each and every one of the parts are stylized differently, but it works pretty well in this level. Well, this is definitely another one that'll get my ass kicked on Twitter, but I do think Acid Rush 2 is quite the fun level to play, and well, it just kicks ass itself. I will say though, there is another Super Punch & Co level that's here on this list, but we'll get to that eventually. Now, I would like to go ahead and quickly issue an apology for the next two that is about to be shown up, especially if your eyes are very sensitive. If you have sensitive eyes, I recommend that you skip this bit of the video, or prepare yourself for what's about to come, because, oh boy, these two levels have quite the flashiness. Big missed opportunity to release this level on 420 rather than April 1st. This is quite literally the ultimate 420 level, and really nothing to tell me otherwise. Golden Hope takes you back to 2016, where Doritos were the crave and gamers drank Mountain Dew while they performed 360 no-scopes, and it was all the goddamn swag. And ironically, because of the pure concept of the level, it makes playing the level unintentionally so fun. I mean, if you take the concept out of the question, it's sort of a pain to play because of the everything that is going on, but I think it is kind of important to take that concept into account because, again, I'm pretty sure everyone will indeed hate it because of, and I will say this again, the everything that is going on. I do think the gameplay is quite fair in this one though. It may be too much to handle, but learn it once, you'll manage. And I don't think I need to talk about the decoration at all. All the references of the MLG swag 420 days are here and accounted for. This is a level I very much appreciate and enjoy. Golden Hope is just so funny and unironically so good too. I mean, I did say I'd save more of my thoughts on this level in a future video. Turns out this was the feature video all along, so here we are. Initially I thought this level would be too much of a visual marvel, and I honestly thought it wouldn't be good because of it. But that was pre-WannaCry completion. Post-WannaCry completion, this has become my favorite mythic level in the game so far. I'm not even joking. It's worth mentioning that this level is in reference of the WannaCry ransomware attack back in 2017, and thus, the level takes place in a computer setting because of it. Which is why the gameplay at the start looks like this, and the swing has the monitors that you follow along as you go back and forth. I think taking note with the referencing on what the level is referencing to, the decoration does an incredibly good job representing it. Taking gameplay into account, because of the fact that most of the gameplay is static, it does help you focus a bit on the level that you are indeed playing. And because of it, I think the gameplay is very fun to learn. Aside from the beginning, the part looks so good, don't get me wrong, but oh my god, I can't really tell what's going on here. Thankfully, this sort of gameplay is only at the start of the level. The rest of the gameplay is just your typical GD gameplay. And yeah, that pretty much sums up my entire thoughts on WannaCry. It is a fantastic GD level, very fun to play, and it does a good job representing what it's trying to reference. This will definitely be a remembered level as time goes on. Unless, I don't know, it's forgotten for some reason. And now, the last two. Now, if you have seen me on Twitter, I've talked about these two levels already, and I've considered them to be, in my opinion, some of the best levels in the game. WannaCry will definitely become one of them for me at a distant future, but these two, ever since their releases, they have been some of the best ones I've seen so far. Might as well just show you right now. So here is number 2. So here's the second Super Punch & Co level that I said we get to at some point. Hassle Mania. For the longest time up until the number 1 level in this list, this has become my favorite demon level overall. Just the pure concept of a Metroidvania-like level in GD. multiple paths to take, outcomes so incredibly different from one another. And this was before we had the tools necessary to pull it off. Because of it, this level is incredibly unique. Like I said, there are multiple paths to take, and the outcomes are so incredibly different from one another. Either you are playing a medium demon or an insane demon, as the difficulty of the level varies depending on what path you are taking. I really think the gameplay excels in this level because of it. Its standard path is what makes it a medium demon though, and honestly I don't blame you for going for this path first. The other parts are hard! And as for the decoration, I mean, again with the different styles that just work well with one another in a level, it complements the atmosphere very well based on what area you are currently in. And also my biases towards castle-themed levels. I don't think I need to elaborate my biases over and over again. I think they are more obvious now than ever. And this very much solidifies it. Now to conclude the segment of this video, Castlemania is quite the unique level. One that I really like. And I think it is something that really can't be replicated again because of us now having the tools to do so. Now, the last level. This is one that I didn't initially think much about, but after playing it, it has definitely grown on me very quickly, and this one definitely has remained my favorite demon level overall. Again, if you have seen me on Twitter, you'll know what that level is, but if you don't, well, might as well show you. Now, I already have explained my thoughts and opinions on this level, but I really haven't gone to detail as to why, so I guess now is a good time to go into detail. I've had my fair share of playing XXL levels, and I've grown to liking them because it's a patience and endurance test, and I do like it when a level aims to see how much I can handle before quitting out. This one in particular, this is where me and liking them took a turn. If you want a level in which its song representation is done incredibly well, this right here is the definitive example. The decoration of this level very much complements the song so much. Its atmosphere and environment are just, oh my god, it's so good. It's just so good. At this rate, I don't even think I need to elaborate further on the decoration, as you can all agree that the decoration is incredible. It's the culmination of Overdefos' creating career put into one level. Now for the gameplay. I'd say it does a good job at keeping you on your toes for the whole 7 minutes of you playing the level. And not once did I find it to be boring. Again, XXL levels are mainly a patience and endurance test. If you want something that is harder, that you can improve on both of those, especially after one that is an easy demon, I'd definitely say go for this. And then once you do beat it the first time, go ahead and beat it again because you felt like it, and it's quite the fun and engaging one to play. I sure did. I've beaten it probably 8 times, that is... yeah, I could say that's normal. Well, there you have it. My whole thoughts on Well Rested, as brief as I can make it. Well Rested is a fantastic level. One that has incredible song representation in terms of its decoration, and gameplay that is quite fun and entertaining to go for. This is my favorite demon level overall, as well as one that is my top favorite medium demon in the game. I genuinely don't know if another level can take its place, but only time will tell. Well, that's the end of that one. I'd say medium demons are quite the hard one to have opinions be changed, and while I do know that I'll be eating my own words as time goes on, especially considering the fact that there'll be more medium demons, one of them being like higher quality, I do think this list will be taking its time. Again, if it does end up changing, I might as well just do a Blue Sky post, because why not? And with that, I end the medium demon video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.